Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stay sharp, energetic, and full of life well into their 80s and 90s, while others slow down, get sick more often, or feel drained every single day? Is it just luck? Good genes? Maybe. But what if the difference was hiding in something much simpler, like how you take care of your body each morning? Most of us have followed the same hygiene routine for decades. A quick shower, brush your teeth, maybe some lotion, and we assume that's enough. But what if I told you there are 5 small areas on your body that most people, especially older adults, forget to clean properly, and that these areas could be quietly undermining your health every single day? From chronic fatigue to unexpected infections, even problems with your memory, balance, or blood pressure. Neglecting these hidden zones can have serious consequences. The good news? Fixing it is easy. You don't need expensive products or hours in the bathroom. Just a few minutes a day can boost your energy, improve your circulation, and yes, help you live longer. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 overlooked body parts that need daily attention and how to care for them the right way. And once you learn what they are, you'll never skip them again. Let's begin with the most surprising one of all. Your tongue. Imagine this. You clean your kitchen every day, wipe the counters, scrub the sink, maybe even disinfect the stove. But what if there was one surface collecting grime, bacteria, and food particles, and you never touched it? That's what's happening in your mouth if you're not cleaning your tongue. Your tongue isn't just a muscle that helps you eat and talk. It's a dense surface filled with grooves and tiny crevices, perfect hiding spots for bacteria. In fact, over 700 types of microorganisms can live on your tongue. Some are helpful, but many? Not so much. And here's where it gets serious. If you're over 60, you're already more vulnerable to infections. The bacteria on your tongue can travel, slipping through tiny cuts in your gums or cracks in your teeth, straight into your bloodstream. Once inside, they can trigger chronic inflammation, raise your risk for heart disease, worsen diabetes, and even contribute to cognitive decline. I know that might sound dramatic, but I've seen it happen. A woman named Linda, age 67, came into her dentist's office complaining that food didn't taste the same anymore. Her breath had gotten worse too, even though she brushed twice a day. The answer? Her tongue. It was coated in a thick film of bacteria she had never thought to clean. Her dentist showed her how to use a tongue scraper, and within weeks, everything changed. Her breath improved, her gums looked healthier, and her sense of taste came back. It was like I'd been living in black and white, she said, and suddenly, everything had color again. So how do you do it right? First, you'll need a tongue scraper, not a toothbrush. A toothbrush just moves bacteria around. A scraper, which you can find for a few dollars at any drugstore, is designed to lift and remove debris from the surface of your tongue. Each morning, before you eat or drink anything, stand in front of the mirror. Stick out your tongue and gently scrape from the back to the front. Not too hard. This isn't about force. You'll likely see a thin, white or yellowish coating come off. That's old cells, mucus, and bacteria. Repeat 3 to 4 times, rinse your mouth, and you're done. At night, do the same, but go a little easier. Your tongue can be more sensitive after a full day of eating and talking. This tiny 3-minute habit can do more for your immune system than most people realize. It lightens the load on your white blood cells, keeps inflammation in check, and yes, can even help you sleep better by reducing mouth dryness and bad breath. And if you've got a sensitive gag reflex, Start in the middle of the tongue and work your way back slowly as you get used to the motion. Now, let's be clear. Tongue cleaning won't cure every health problem, but it's a low-effort, high-reward habit, one that helps keep your body's entryway clean and your breath fresh. And for many older adults, it's the first time in years they've felt truly clean inside their mouth. So now you know. The humble tongue may be tiny, but it's powerful. And by giving it just a few seconds of attention each day, you're giving your whole body a little extra armor. Ready for the next overlooked body part? It's one that supports every step you take, but rarely gets the care it deserves. Let's talk about your feet. Take a moment and think about how much your feet do for you, every single day. They carry your weight, help you move, keep your balance, and connect you to the world. But if you're like most people, foot care is an afterthought. Maybe a quick rinse in the shower, a few seconds of drying, and that's it. But here's the truth. Neglecting your feet, especially after age 60, can open the door to infections, balance problems, chronic pain, and even life-threatening complications like diabetic foot ulcers. And for many older adults, foot issues are the first domino that starts a long chain of health decline. Let me tell you about Thomas. Thomas is 73. For years, he thought rinsing his feet in the shower was enough. But then he started noticing some discoloration between his toes. At first, he shrugged it off, but the smell got stronger. Then came the itching. And finally, the burning sensation that made walking miserable. His doctor confirmed it was a fungal infection, one that had been quietly growing for months. The culprit? Moisture and bacteria trapped between his toes after every shower, because he never took the time to dry them properly. And Thomas isn't alone. The skin on our feet gets thinner and drier with age. Circulation slows down. Tiny cracks in the skin can become open invitations for bacteria. And if you have diabetes or neuropathy, the stakes are even higher. But here's the good news. Foot hygiene isn't complicated. You just need to be intentional. Start with a proper wash, warm water, and a soft washcloth. Not too hot, because that can dry your skin out. Gently clean the tops, soles, and sides of your feet. Most people miss the sides, but bacteria don't. Then, focus on the space between your toes. That's the hidden zone where sweat, dead skin, and moisture collect. Use your fingers or a soft cloth to clean those areas gently. Next, dry them. Really dry them. This is the part most people skip. Remember what happens when you toss damp laundry in a pile and leave it? That's exactly what's happening between your toes if you pull on socks before drying completely. Use a clean, soft towel, one you use just for your feet. Pat between each toe. Be gentle but thorough. Don't rub hard. Just make sure there's no moisture left. Now moisturize, strategically. Apply a small amount of lotion to the tops and soles of your feet. Massage it in gently. But, and this is important, never apply lotion between your toes. That area needs to stay dry to prevent fungal growth. Finally, check your feet. Every day, just like you'd check your dashboard for warning lights, your feet can reveal early signs of deeper problems. Look for cuts, redness, swelling, discoloration, or sores that don't heal. If you can't bend easily, use a mirror or ask a loved one for help. This simple daily ritual, wash, dry, inspect, and moisturize, takes less than 5 minutes, but it can add years of mobility, comfort, and independence to your life. Thomas, after he committed to washing and drying his feet properly each night, his infection cleared up in a few weeks. But something else happened too. His balance improved. The subtle discomfort that made him shuffle instead of stride? Gone. He felt lighter, steadier, more in control. It's no exaggeration to say your feet are the foundation of your health. If they're strong and well cared for, the rest of your body stands a better chance. If they suffer, everything above them starts to struggle too. So take care of them. Not once a month. Not just when they hurt, but every day, because they're doing their part for you every single step of the way. And now that your feet are covered, it's time to turn to a part of your body most people think they're taking care of, but actually aren't. Let's talk about your underarms and why they hold a secret to your immune system you might never have heard of. When most people think about their armpits, they think of one thing: odor. It's the spot we rush over in the shower, swipe with deodorant, and forget about. But here's something most people don't realize. Your underarms are far more than just sweat zones. They're home to one of your body's most important and most overlooked defense systems, the lymph nodes. Tucked just under your skin, your armpits house more than 20 lymph nodes. These tiny but powerful structures filter toxins, produce infection-fighting white blood cells, and help your immune system do its job. In other words, your armpits aren't just for deodorant. They're for detox. When this area is clogged with product buildup, sweat, bacteria, and dead skin, it creates a traffic jam in your body's natural drainage system. And if you're over 60, when the immune system already slows down, that blockage can cause even bigger problems: inflammation, skin irritation, and higher risk of infection. Let me tell you about Olivia. She's 65, a retired teacher who'd been dealing with irritated, bumpy underarm skin for years. She'd switched deodorants half a dozen times, tried powders, wipes, even essential oils. Nothing worked. But after her doctor asked one simple question: "Are you actually washing under your arms properly?" she realized she wasn't. She was rinsing, not cleaning. Here's what she did, and what I want you to start doing too. Step 1. Wash with intention. In the shower, use warm, not hot, water to open your pores and soften buildup. Gently lather a mild, fragrance-free soap using a soft washcloth or your fingertips. The key is to move in slow, circular motions, then up and down, then side to side. Think of it like cleaning a delicate piece of jewelry. Harsh soaps can irritate this sensitive skin, especially if you shave. So keep it gentle. And take your time. Just 30 seconds more can make all the difference. Step 2. Rinse completely. One of the biggest mistakes people make is leaving soap behind. Leftover residue can dry your skin, block pores, and even trap odor-causing bacteria. So rinse thoroughly until the water runs clear. Step 3. Dry with care. Don't just throw on a shirt after your shower. Take a clean, soft towel and gently pat your underarms dry. Don't rub hard. That creates micro-tears in the skin where bacteria can sneak in. Let the area air out for a minute or two before applying anything else. Step 4. Rethink your deodorant. If you're using antiperspirants with aluminum, understand they block sweat glands. That means toxins stay trapped under the skin. Switch to a natural deodorant if you can, especially one without alcohol or synthetic fragrance. Or try skipping deodorant one day a week to let your skin breathe. Now, Olivia? Within 3 weeks of changing her underarm hygiene routine, her irritation disappeared. No more itching, no more red bumps, and surprisingly, no more stubborn body odor. Her lymph nodes were no longer overloaded, and her skin felt smoother, cleaner, healthier. And here's the kicker. Some people even report feeling more energized. Why? Because when your lymph system flows freely, it boosts circulation, supports detox, and lightens the burden on your immune system. Your armpits may not be glamorous, but they're essential. Give them more than a quick swipe. Give them care. Because under that simple fold of skin is one of your body's strongest allies. And now that you've cleaned up your underarms, it's time to move higher. To something we all do 20,000 times a day, often without thinking. Breathing. Next up, we'll explore how cleaning your nose can dramatically improve your sleep, energy, and even memory. You take around 20,000 breaths every single day. But how often do you think about the quality of those breaths? For most people, the answer is hardly ever. Breathing is automatic. You don't have to think about it until something goes wrong. But for older adults, especially those over 60, even subtle nasal issues can affect sleep, energy, oxygen levels, and immune function. And it all begins with one simple truth. Your nose is a filter, your body's first line of defense. When you breathe in through your nose, tiny hairs and mucous membranes trap dust, pollen, bacteria, and pollutants before they can reach your lungs. Your nose also warms and humidifies the air, making it easier on your respiratory system. But here's the problem. Most people never clean that filter. Imagine never changing the air filter in your home. Over time, it gets clogged, forcing your system to work harder. Your air gets stale. Allergens build up. Mold starts to spread. The same thing happens to your nose. Only this time, it's your lungs, brain, and heart that pay the price. Let me introduce you to James. James, 69, is a retired construction worker who spent decades breathing in dust and sawdust on job sites. By the time he hit his late 60s, he couldn't sleep through the night. He'd wake up stuffy, short of breath, sometimes even gasping. He chalked it up to aging, but after talking to a respiratory therapist, he started a daily nasal hygiene routine. That one change transformed his life. He began each day with a warm, saline rinse, just a simple spray to clear out mucus and allergens. At night, he added steam breathing, leaning over a bowl of hot water with a towel over his head, taking slow, deep breaths. And on really dry days, he dabbed a little coconut oil inside his nostrils to keep them moist and prevent cracking. Within 2 weeks, James was sleeping better, waking up clear-headed, feeling more energetic. I didn't realize how much my breathing was dragging me down, he told me, until suddenly, it wasn't anymore. So how do you do it right? Start your mornings by splashing warm water around your nostrils. That helps remove overnight buildup. Then use a saline spray or rinse, either a basic spray bottle or a neti pot. A neti pot might look intimidating at first, but it's incredibly effective. Just tilt your head, pour the saline through one nostril, and let it flow out the other. It's like a deep clean for your sinuses. Once or twice a week, breathe in steam. You can do this in the shower or over a bowl of hot water. Want a bonus? Add a few drops of peppermint or eucalyptus oil. The cooling effect will instantly open your airways and leave you feeling refreshed. Be gentle when blowing your nose. Most people blow too hard, forcing mucus deeper into their sinuses. Instead, press one nostril shut, blow softly through the other, and repeat. Always wash your hands afterward to stop germs from spreading. And if your nasal passages get dry, especially in winter or with indoor heating, use a tiny amount of natural oil on a clean finger to moisturize the inside. Just enough to prevent cracking, which can open the door to infections. Here's what you'll notice once you start. You'll breathe easier. You'll sleep deeper. You'll feel more alert and less foggy. And if you have allergies or congestion, you'll likely see a dramatic drop in symptoms. Your nose might be small, but it has a massive impact on your health, and it deserves the same daily attention as your teeth, your skin, and, yes, even your feet. Next up, we're heading to the most forgotten body part of them all, one that many people never clean, but that can silently lead to infections, odor, and even skin problems if ignored. Let's talk about your belly button. Of all the parts of the body we've talked about today, this one might surprise you the most. It's small, it's hidden, and for many people, it hasn't been cleaned in years. I'm talking about your belly button. Most people barely give it a thought. Maybe you rinse past it in the shower. Maybe you skip it entirely. But here's the thing. Your belly button is a deep, warm, and often damp space, making it the perfect hiding spot for bacteria, sweat, dead skin, and oil. And if left unchecked, it can develop odor, irritation, infections, and even strange discharge. In rare cases, people have gone to the doctor thinking they had a skin condition, only to discover that all they needed was to clean their navel. Take Jane, for example. She's 78 and very health conscious. But for years, she noticed a faint, musty smell coming from her clothes. She tried changing detergents, bought new soaps, even stopped wearing certain fabrics. Nothing helped. It wasn't until a routine visit with her dermatologist that she discovered the truth. Her belly button had become a little pocket of trapped sweat and buildup. She was embarrassed, but she wasn't alone. Her doctor told her it's one of the most overlooked hygiene spots, especially in older adults. After adding belly button cleaning to her daily shower routine, the smell vanished. But even more surprisingly, she said the skin on her stomach felt smoother, and she felt fresher overall. So how do you clean your belly button the right way? It starts in the shower. Use warm water and a soft cloth or cotton swab. Gently go around and inside your belly button, especially if it's an innie. Don't scrub hard. The skin there is delicate. A mild, fragrance-free soap works best. Harsh soaps can dry or irritate this area. Once you're done, rinse thoroughly to make sure no soap is left behind. Then comes the most important step, drying. Leaving your belly button damp is like leaving the bottom of a coffee cup wet overnight. It becomes a breeding ground for mold and bacteria. Pat it dry with a clean towel, and if you're prone to sweating or have deeper creases, let the area air dry for a minute before putting on clothes. And if you have a belly button piercing, even one from decades ago, you need to take special care. Old piercings can collect bacteria around the edges of the hole, even if you no longer wear jewelry. Make sure to clean around and inside gently. Look out for signs like redness, soreness, or discharge, and if anything feels off, talk to your doctor. When should you be extra cautious? If you notice persistent redness, a foul smell, unusual discharge, or pain when you press the area, don't ignore it. Especially if you have diabetes or a weakened immune system, small infections can turn into big problems fast. Regular cleaning acts as a powerful first line of defense. It might sound silly, spending time on your belly button, but when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. This small, hidden area connects to your core, and keeping it clean is part of keeping your whole self clean. So now we've reached the end of our 5 essential body parts. From your tongue to your feet, your underarms, your nose, and yes, even your belly button. These forgotten zones matter more than most people realize. But before we wrap up, let's take one final moment to reflect and talk about what this all means for your future. So, what did we really talk about today? Not magic pills, not expensive products, not 30-day detoxes or complicated routines, just 5 simple habits. 5 tiny, often ignored body parts that, when cleaned properly, can dramatically improve your health, your energy, and even your longevity. Your tongue, where bacteria can travel into your bloodstream and silently weaken your heart. Your feet, the foundation of your balance, circulation, and independence. Your underarms, with lymph nodes working every day to protect your immune system. Your nose, filtering every breath, powering your brain with fresh oxygen. And your belly button, a forgotten crevice that can quietly grow harmful bacteria. These aren't just hygiene tips. They're daily acts of self-respect, of honoring the body that carries you through life. Because as we age, it's not always the big health scares that change our lives. It's the little things we let slip, and the little habits we reclaim. You don't need to change everything. Just 5 minutes a day. 5 focused moments. That's it. So what will you do with this knowledge? Will you go back to your old routine? Or start fresh tomorrow morning with one small, powerful change? Take it from the people who've lived through the consequences and the benefits. You deserve to feel clean, strong, and confident in your own body. No matter your age. Thanks so much for being here with us today. We'd really love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us one thing you took away from this video and how you're planning to use it in your life. Your thoughts truly matter to us, and reading your comments gives us the energy to keep going. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who might need it.